So let's talk about a rule from Warren Buffett that is, well, brilliantly simple on the surface, but actually incredibly difficult to put into practice. Think of it as a blueprint for cutting through all the noise to get to what actually matters.
And this question right here, this is the really uncomfortable truth at the heart of Buffett's rule. It kind of suggests that our own ambitions, even the really good ones, might be the exact reason we feel so stuck. Let's dig into that. Okay, so to really understand why this rule is so powerful, we first have to tackle a huge myth in our modern world, this idea that being busy is the same as being productive.
You know how it is. We live in this culture that just loves a packed calendar. We wear being busy like it's a badge of honor. But listen, activity and achievement are two totally different things. You can run on a hamster wheel all day long and still end up in the exact same spot.
And this brings us to a really important idea called the fog of medium priorities. This is where most of us get trapped. It's not that we're lazy, not at all. We're working hard on things that feel important, but they aren't the real game changers. They don't actually move the needle on our biggest, most important goals. So how do you cut through that fog? Well, this is where Buffett's beautifully simple solution comes in. It's just a 3-step process for getting crystal clear on your priorities.
And here it is. I mean, it seems so simple, doesn't it? List 25 goals, circle your top 5, but it's that third step. Oh, that's where all the power is. And that's what makes it so hard. Avoid the other 20. Not put them off, not do them on the weekends, actively avoid them at all costs. So, let's break down step 1. This is just a pure brain dump. Don't filter yourself, don't judge, just get it all down on paper. Think about your job, your personal life, school, whatever. Just write down 25 things that are genuinely important to you. All right, and now for the really hard part. You have to look at that big list of 25 awesome goals, and you have to force yourself to pick the absolute top tier, the non-negotiables, just 5 of them. The simple act of choosing is where the real clarity starts. And here's the final and most crucial piece of the puzzle. Those other 20 goals, they don't become your B list or your maybe someday list. No, they become your avoid at all costs list. The genius here was reframing them as dangerous distractions. That one mental shift changes absolutely everything.
But why are they so dangerous? I mean, they're good goals. You wrote them down for a reason. And this, my friends, is the counterintuitive genius of the whole rule.
This quote just nails it. Think about it. The things that are obviously a waste of time, those are easy to say no to. But the things that are almost important, goal number 6, goal number 7, they are so seductive, they tempt you away from your top 5 because working on them still feels productive.
See, every single minute of energy you give to goal number 12 is a minute you are stealing directly from goal number 1. These good goals are the silent killers of your focus. They're the reason we start strong on our most important projects, but somehow never seem to finish them.
Okay, so that's the theory. That's the big idea. Now let's get practical. What does this actually look like in our day-to-day lives? If you're a student, oh man, this is a lifesaver. Instead of trying to ace every single class, volunteer, and learn a new language all at the same time, this forces you to ask, what are the absolute top 5 outcomes for this semester? Everything else has to be intentionally put on the back burner to protect your focus. In the professional world, this is like a leadership superpower. Can you imagine a quarterly planning meeting where you don't just decide what you will do, but you make an explicit list of what you won't do? It forces you to be absolutely ruthless about prioritizing between things like upskilling, new projects, and networking. And of course, this applies just as much to our personal lives, right? This is where all our good intentions can just lead to total burnout. You simply can't train for a marathon, start a podcast, and commit to meal prepping every single week all at once. Pick your core 5. And this part is so important. Give yourself permission to let the others go, at least for now. Now, this all sounds great, I know, but actually doing it takes something more than just discipline. It takes real courage.
And let's just be honest with ourselves for a second. It feels wrong to put a goal that genuinely excites you on an avoid list. It feels like you're giving up or like you're limiting your potential. And that feeling is exactly why this is so difficult and why so few people actually do it.
But here's the truth. Exceptional results, real greatness in any field, it doesn't come from dabbling in 25 different things. It comes from having the courage to say no to 20 good ideas so you can go all in on 5 truly great ones. It's always about pursuing depth, not width.
So how do you make this a real part of your life? Okay, here's a simple, actionable blueprint to get you started.
Seriously, don't just think about this, do it. Write your list today. Make that hard choice and pick your top 5. Then you have to make it a habit. Every single week you have to ask yourself, am I protecting my focus or am I letting those other 20 goals creep back in? And then, every 3 months or so, revisit the list and recalibrate.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. Success with this isn't about what you choose to do. It's about what you have the courage to ignore. So the question isn't just what matters most to you. The real question is, what are you willing to let go of to achieve it?